Welcome to Invest. We talk about investing, finance, and professional. It's the current time of 10:23 a.m. on the Eastern Time on December 17th. Hope you guys have a good Saturday, but also a good week so far. Respect to Ethereum contract $1,177, up about 1% so far. On the over crypto market and the equity market, if you look at on this left side of the chart, I would say on the crypto market, it's definitely quite mixed bag, right? Up and down. Some altcoins are definitely a little bit more hinder in comparisons to other. But with respect to Ethereum, it's definitely reached a lower level. Obviously, we were hovering just around 1230 yesterday. And, when you're below a level of sustainability with respect to a substantive level, 1250, you reach to a lower level. So we will see how the technical level will unfold. On a time frame perspective, will give us a good understanding how is this going to be proceeding going forward. And then on the just take a look at the index front, you could see that SPY is at 383. So and you could see that we also have this reverse head on the monthly chart, which is interesting. The weekly is also looking quite depressed as well, while on the daily it is looking quite extended. So something that we have talked about so far is that we need to form another shoulder, right? With a head, shoulder number one, shoulder number two seems like it's coming in imminently. I don't foresee it's gonna be going all the way down to like 350, but going down to like 375, which forming a secondary shoulder and then reverse to form a V shape, right, will allow us to form a bullish pattern, driving the market to reverse from here. But on the weekly front, it's still, we're still weeks out from this, but on the monthly shows that we are going to see some short term, I guess, reversal in a way. But on a month's out, we still need to kind of, fulfill this pattern to come down to 375, ideally, minimally, for us to recuperate, and then eventually this the monthly chart right here will reverse up because of bouncing from 43 out of 70, and that will give us a bullish momentum. And by then the daily, weekly, and monthly will all be crossed in alignment. Okay, hopefully you get my drift. So before we dive into technical to see specifically what happened, let's take a look at the news front. It seems like with respect to the, sorry for the box, I actually block all my ads because just this makes it easier for me. But with respect to the overall news, you could see that it seems like more regurgitation news around the FTX debacle, from Kevin O'Leary defending himself from his prior endorsement on SBF. Obviously, not just like Kevin, but like many other celebrities as well. And I don't blame, these other celebrities like Tom Brady, Giselle Bündchen, Shaq. They're not really, investors in a professional perspective, right? They're more well-known figures. They've never really worked in investments before, but obviously they have people to handle it for them. But why is Kevin O'Leary really in the fires? Because he is a celebrity investor. And for him to be historically, putting his reputation on the line, endorsing SBF, despite, lack of, I guess, due diligence on his part, or maybe many other firms. I mean, the venture ecosystem historically has been what? One anchor investor do the due diligence. They share the deck, which is the presentations of the deck, and put their money against it. And they will share this around town. And next thing you know, you get people to follow. And it's like a very herd like mentality, right? And if you think that, oh, JP Morgan has done their research, they have done this report, it looks legitimate. You look at the financial profile, it seems like it looks good and has a crunch time, right? Because like they typically will, distribute this to potential co-investors, like, oh, we have like 12 hours, 24 hours to close this funding. Are you in or out? So you typically don't have sufficient time to obviously close the deal, or do sufficient due diligence, but people still chase in. So which kind of percolate into this like big balloon of people just kind of following the herd, aka the $33 billion that accumulated from just hype in the ecosystem. So that's what really happened. So Kevin is in the fire because he is the scapegoat in a way, because he's the celebrity guy that's, obviously with the $15 million endorsement payout that he was supposed to get, obviously. And also he's on Shark Tank, right? Very prominently known for investing. Now it's like his reputation definitely take a big hit on this front. So we'll see how this goes, right? And then in addition to the other news that we have already seen from Goldman, shaving 8% of their workforce in Q1, but it seems like there's more fear around recessionary type of dynamics coming. So we'll see how this will all unfold going forward. And then other news, these are more trivial, nothing really worth mentioning. So let's just go straight into the technical, which we have been looking to talk about. So with respect to recording time, approximately 10:30 a.m. on the Eastern time, we are at 1179. So technically 1150 is the level that we have identified, right? Which is clearly laid out here. So we're not there yet. And the reason we consolidate in between is because, you don't just sell off in one shot, and you stay in the approximation, right? So technically, if you round this up, we are at 1150 right now. So daily looks like it's we form a death cross, so which translates into this red candle right here, which makes sense. We are the 41 out of 70. Does this resist? Yes, we do, but we have some more room to go down to if we want to at 35 out of 70. And the weekly, it still looks like we have some room to come down to. It seems like this is a very stubborn chart that reaching to a lower level, 1150, is something that we need to do before we, correlate on all chart, right? And then on the monthly, you could see that's clearly very depressed, and sorry for this convolutions on the top, but we know what technically means, right? So MACD has been already crossed down for quite some time. We are very suppressed on the RSI as well, so something to look out for, right? And then Bitcoin side of the equation, we are just still in a downtrend, looking like we're consolidating with a large separation on the monthly. Weekly, it is still stubborn, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 heads rejecting. So seeing like 15,500 again would not be surprised. And then on a daily, we're about to form a death cross. You could see that clearly, very much so. It seems like Ethereum is obviously sharper, in terms of the sell-off in comparison to Bitcoin. But you could see clearly it's 1, 2, 3, a bunch of rejections on top. It seems like there was some interesting occurrence that happened yesterday, that it reached to a pump and dump, which is quite interesting. You see that it jumped by like $2,000. Maybe this is a technical glitch if I'm not mistaken, but something happened yesterday, or a couple of days ago, which is very interesting that we did not capture. Maybe this is a glitch again, but overall, I would say we're still, very up and down. And on the technical front, we are forming a death cross, so short-term volatility would not be a surprise for us. Okay, so have a good Saturday. Today is taking a me day, so after this I will basically be by myself, with my family, right? But I would most likely try to stay away from my computer, my emails, all that stuff. Like I really need to take a cool off, which I in need of, because I feel like if I keep going, I would probably be just get sick from it, because I don't know how to turn off sometimes, what I'm trying to say. So I'm telling myself physically and mentally that, okay, I'm gonna take a me day, and what I love to do is like I would just go to the gym. I know, right? Going to the gym, right? Like it's like more work, but I actually find it kind of therapeutic. So that's something I look forward to, and then probably get some good Vietnamese food afterwards, or some sushi, hand roll, or whatever. Something that I want to just feed my body in the right way. And then yeah, I slept in a little bit because this week has been just quite volatile in terms of my life cadence, ups and down, ups and down, ups and down. So it's been rough. And even like, for me, my definition of rough is relatively mitigated, as you know. But anyways, it's already 10-minute mark on my recording. So I appreciate you for joining me and have a good weekend. And I'll check you on the next one. Take care.